1969 baseball. I'll be with you in a few minutes for the starting lineups. And I want to say good morning to everybody. You can actually read the lineups right now on the screen with our starting pitchers. We are at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, for the second of a three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. Padres won the first game in a 1-0 thriller. Kirby over Bill Hands. They both pitched complete games. In this game, it's Al Santorini going against Ken Holtzman. Santorini, a right-hander. Holtzman, a southpaw. In a couple minutes, I'll be providing the opening lineups. Nice crowd out here in Wrigley. All right, why don't I go ahead and give the opening lineups for the San Diego Padres. Leading off, playing shortstop, is Jose Arcia. Batting second and playing third base, Roberto Pena. Batting third, Ollie Brown, and right, Nate Colbert will hit cleanup at first base. Alvarado, that's fifth and left. Ivan Morel in center field, batting sixth. The catcher, Chris Cannizzaro, that's seventh. John Sippen, that's eighth at second base. And Al Santorini, the right-hander, starting for the Padres. For the home team, Chicago Cubs, and they are 7 games behind the first place Pirates in second place. Pirates play later today, August 2. Padres, by the way, in last place, 26 behind. Kathy Harden has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, great to see you as always, Kathy, and good morning. I hope all is well. For the Cubs, it'll be Don Kessinger leading it off at shortstop. Glenn Beckert at second base, bats second. Billy Williams bats third and right. Santo, the captain, Ron Santo, cleanup hitter, playing third. Batting fifth is Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, at first base. Randy Hundley catching and batting seventh. Don Young batting eighth in center field. And the pitcher, and warming up in the bullpen, the left-hander, Ken Holtzman. We have an afternoon game today. And that will be the Washington Senators at the California Angels. I don't know how it happened. I have multiple levels of redundancy helping me to make sure I don't make mistakes in terms of the schedule, which is the most important part of this replay, the schedule and the wins losses. The first game listed on Baseball Reference is Washington and California, but somehow I just scheduled this San Diego-Chicago game first. This is the first being played on August 2, 1969, but this afternoon at a 5 p.m. Eastern U.S. start, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Washington Senators at the California Angels. It'll be Moore for Washington and Murphy for the Angels. In real world, on August 2, 1969, this game was played as a day game, of course, because it was Wrigley Field, no lights yet. 26,984 in attendance. And the game lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. The Cubs won it 4-1. Santorini got the loss. Rieberger and Sis came in for relief. They'll be available today. Ken Holtzman went all the way for the win. And in 7 minutes, our tweet will be up and we will be ready to play ball. I'm having my last cup of coffee from my first pot of coffee, and I expect that I'm going to be needing to make another pot shortly after this game begins. At 5 p.m., I'll be off the coffee and I'll be on the other stuff. I thought last night went pretty well, including I was able to keep my, how could I put this, keep my head about me, I guess, But I was impressed with Don Drysdale last night. The game started out a little bit shaky for both pitchers, and I was really impressed. And then he let off the double to lead off the ninth, and Walt Alston had enough and brought Brewer in for the save. He retired 3 in order, and it was a beautiful win for the Dodgers. I was mistaken. I thought in real world the Dodgers were scheduled yesterday. They were not, but I'm looking forward to a game tonight starting at about, I think it's a 10 a.m. start. Whoops. It is a, whoops. Let's take a look. Yeah, 10:10 p.m. in Arizona. That should be awesome. Looking forward to that. May pitching for the Dodgers and Kelly for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dustin May for the Dodgers. Should be great to always listen to Dodger baseball at night as I'm lying in bed. We got about 4 minutes till the Cubs are scheduled to take the field. They've already played the national anthem. Again, it's over 26,000 here today. Holtzman comes into this with 13 wins. He's looking for his 14th win. And if he keeps pitching like this, he's got a shot at 20. Bill Hands leads the National League, and no, he's in second, I'm sorry. But Bill Hands has 16 wins for the Cubs. He lost a real tough one in yesterday's game, 1-0 against Kirby, who went all the way. Jenkins has 12 wins, Holtzman 13, Hands 16 for the top three starters. Oh, Kathy. Now, did you see the movie, Kathy? Please tell me. Did you see the movie? I assume you did. That's a book. You know, I gave it to my father for Father's Day, and then I read it, read his copy. I don't have a copy. You might have. Oh, Lord. I don't know if you have access to... What I would do then, you're in good shape. Read the book and then go check out the movie. God almighty, is it a movie? You can probably catch it on, if you subscribe to one of these subscriber things. I think it's the best baseball movie ever made. Better than Field of Dreams by a bit. Better than anything. Better than even whatever that movie is with Kevin Costner, Bull Durham. A good movie too, but this one is just epic. And the production values of the movie, along with the great cast and direction. Epic. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the coffee for the next pot. YouTube, is it on YouTube? I don't know. Let me see. Sometimes you get a free movie on YouTube. Sure. Let me see, The Natural. Well, you can buy or rent it. I'm talking about the full movie. I have it on DVD. Unfortunately, I don't have a DVD player anymore. I could get one. Anyway. There's the tweet. The tweet is up. And the tweet is good. And folks, I'm going to go make some coffee. The Cubs have taken the field. And when I come back, it will be Jose Arcia leading it off against Ken Holtzman, taking his warm-ups on the mound. Woo! Yeah, coffee's brewing. I got a cup anyway. So glad to see everybody. Kathy Harden is for the Cubs. I'm for the Cubs. I want to see the Cubs make a race out of this. Here's Holtzman, the southpaw. He's ready now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Arcia. 4-7. He walked him. And we're underway. Arcia on first to start it off. 1-10, 1-7 being held. Now Roberto Pena. Arcia on first. From the stretch, Holtzman. 4-9. There's a base hit to right. Arcia goes to second, 1-16, and he goes to third. The throw is cut off. First and third, no outs for Ollie Brown. Infield is back. They'll concede a run for a double here. Here's the pitch to Brown. 2-8. And he grounds it back to Holtzman for the force. That's exactly what happened. It's a force. And Arcia comes home. So it's 1-0 Padres, 1 out and Brown on first. And here's Nate Colbert. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. 6-4. Grounds it to short. This could be 2. Kessinger boots it for a 2-base error. Oh my. God, that happens a lot. It's second and third with 1 out. Now Al Ferrara, and they walk him to set up the double. It's an intentional walk to Al Ferrara. Infield back looking to double up Ferrara. With 1 out, bases loaded, 1 run in. Here's the pitch to Morel. 6-5, grounds it to short. Here's another chance for Kessinger. Can he turn it? Yes, he does. It's a double play. Side retired. There was 1 run, though. On 1 hit, a walk, an error. 2 walks, 1 intentional. 1 left on. 2 left on, I'm sorry. And after a half hit, San Diego won, and the Padres coming to bat. Here's Al Santorini now, right-handed hitter. And Kessinger will lead it off. Switch hitter, batting left against Santorini. Woo! Here's the windup. The pitch to Kessinger, 4-6. Grounds it to second. Sippen has it, throws to Colbert, 1 down. Now Glenn Becker. One 7 flies it to left, and Ferrara makes the catch. It's 2 away. Now Billy Williams. Santo on deck. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch to Williams, 3-5, and he struck him out. So Santorini retires the side in order in the first. And after one, it's 1-0 San Diego. Okay, Holtzman a little shaky in the first inning. Let's see if he can settle down. It'll be Canizero, Sippin, and the pitcher, Al Santorini. Top of the second. Here's the pitch to Canizero. And he struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Holtzman. Now John Sippin. Six-four, grounds to short. Kessinger again. Throws him out, two-way. And the pitcher, Al Santorini, he's a 6NR. He can hit 4 pitchers. Right-handed batter. 2-5 struck him out. Second strikeout for Holtzman. 1-2-3 for Kenny Holtzman. After 1.5, 1-0 Padres. Okay, Ron Santo leads it off, bottom of the second. Santorini retired the side in order in the first. Here's the pitch to Santo, 2-3. He grounds it to second. That's one away. Now Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Pitch to Ernie, 6-11, fly ball right. Brown, he's a 2-2. He makes the catch. 2 outs. Nice catch by Brown. And Willie Smith, a left-handed hitter, going against Santorini, the righty. 3-6, and it's hit deep by Smith. Way back, it's gone. Smith with a solo home run. Oh my. Willie Smith has been doing a lot of that this season. Willie Smith with a home run, a 2-out home run to tie the ball game. And now it's Randy Hundley. Okay, here's the pitch to Hundley. 1-9, and he struck him out. That's the second for Santorini. Side retired, but a run on one hit, the home run by Smith. It's 1-1 after 2. Holtzman will face the Padres, top of the third. He retired the side in order in the second. Top of the order, Jose Arcia. Walked and scored. Here's the pitch, 1-7. He grounds it to second, 1 out. Now Roberto Pena is the batter. Right-handed hitter against Holtzman. 1-8, flies to center, and Young makes the catch. 2 down for Ollie Brown. And the pitch to Brown. 1-8, and it's a base hit to left. A 2-out single by Brown. For Nate Colbert, reached on the error. The 2-base error by Kessinger. And the pitch to Colbert, 5-5, struck him out. That's the third for Holtzman. And in the middle of the third, it's a 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the third here at Wrigley. Cubs feel they're definitely in this race with the amazing Pittsburgh Pirates. They're 7 out. Every game matters. As we are in August. Our coffee is ready. I think I'm going to get myself a nice fresh cup. Oh. Nice fresh hot cup. Yeah, I trust you have yours, Kathy. Absolutely. Don Young steps in to start off the bottom of the third. It's a tie ball game, 1-1. Santorini is ready. Here's the pitch to Young. 6-7. Grounds at the second for Sippin. 3-3. I think that goes through for a base hit. So Young leads it off with a single. And Holtzman is the batter. The infield is in. He's a B bunter. We'll make that a C. Here's the pitch to Holtzman. He's swinging away, 6-10. I forgot to put his rating in 2NR. 6-10. Grounds at the third for the force. So it's Holtzman on first now, with 1 out for Don Kessinger. Kessinger 0 for 1. From the stretch, Santorini. The pitch to Kessinger. 2-11. Base hit to left. Holtzman goes to second and holds. First and second one out for Glenn Beckert. From the stretch, Santorini. 3-5. And that's a ground ball to third for another force. And Holtzman will go to third on that. 2 outs. Beckert on first, Holtzman on third. Cubs at the corners. Clutch situation for Williams now. He struck out in the first. The pitch to Williams, 6-3. Fly ball left. Going back Ferrara, he's a 4. And he makes the catch. Oh, nice catch by Al Ferrara. The side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Cubs threatened there, but no runs. And we move to the top of the 4th. It'll be Ferrara, Morel, and Canizero. Al Ferrara made a nice catch out there in left field, despite being a 4. He's a right-handed hitter against Holtzman, the southpaw. Here's the windup. Pitch from Holtzman. 4-7. Walked him. Ferrara on first. Here's Ivan Morel. He grounded into a double. And the pitch. 1-10. Base hit to center Ferrara goes to second. I think he'll hold. Yes, he's a 1-8. First and second, nobody out. Holtzman doing a little ground crew work on that mound, digging it up, digging it in. He's from the stretch, first and second. Cannizzaro is up now. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. 2-2. He walked him, and the bases are loaded with Padres. So Holtzman in trouble, bases loaded, nobody out. The infield is double play depth for John Sippen. Santorini on deck. Cannizzaro on first, Morel on second, Ferrara at third. The bases are full of Padres. Nobody out. And here's the pitch to Sippen. That's 3-6. And that's hit deep to left. That's going to be deep enough for Ferrara to score. And he does that. He tags. And young Smith throws it in. So it's a sacrifice fly. A run batted in for Sippen. It's 2-1 Padres. First and second runners held with one out. Santorini. Infield double play depth. Here's Holtzman. 1-10. Grounds it to short, double play. That was turned by Kessinger to Beckert to Banks. Side retired. They should consider themselves lucky, the Cubs. Bases loaded, no outs. They get out of it with one run. On one hit, two walks, and one left on. And we move to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 ball game. Two-one ball game. Here's Santo now. Grounded to second. Banks on deck. Then it's the dangerous Willie Smith. Here's the pitch to Santo. 4-3. Grounds it to third. Pena. He's a 4. 15-4. And he boots it for an error. An error by third baseman Roberto Pena. Santo on first to lead it off for the Cubs. Here's Ernie Banks now. Ernie flew to right. Santorini gets the sign. He's set. And the pitch to Banks. 1-6. And it's hit deep by Ernie. And it's gone. A 2-run home run for Ernie Banks. Cubs lead at 3-2. That is the 21st home run by Ernie Banks. That ties him with Hank Aaron for fifth in the league. Ernie's been hitting him. I'll tell you, Ernie had 23 in real world, so he's overachieving. A 2-run blast off Santorini. Mr. Cub gets a good hand from the crowd. And here's Willie Smith. Smith hit the solo shot and I'm going to believe with Mr. Perota not here, I'll believe one of the Santo run is unearned. That's what I'm going to say. But we're not doing ERA anyway. Yeah. Now Willie Smith steps in. Nice to have some stats. You know what I mean, Kathy? Okay, Santorini is ready. Here's the pitch to Smith. That's 6-5. Grounds it to short. Arcia 3-4. That goes through for a base hit. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 Cubs. And Randy Hundley, the batter. From the stretch, the pitch to Hundley. 2-10. Grounds it to first for the force. It's one out. And Hundley is on first. Now Don Young singled in the third. It's Hundley on first, 1 down, 2 in. The error by Pena. And then Banks knocked a 2-run home run. The pitch to Young, 2-7, walked him. First and second, 1 out, and here comes Holtzman. .49 right-hander. Base hit to center for Holtzman. Oh my. Hundley will hold. Well, 1-12, 1-13. We'll have him hold. I know that's conservative. First and second. Wait a minute. Bases loaded, I'm sorry. With still only 1 out. And here comes Kessinger. There's action in the Padres bullpen. It's Rehberger. He relieved in Real World. Rehberger warming. He is a right-hander. And I like to the best, however appropriate or when appropriate, use whoever relieved. If a team used a bad reliever in a game that they were blown away, but in this game, in the Strat-O-Matic replay, they're close and there's a better reliever, I would use them. That's how that works. But Rehberger is warming. It's bases loaded, still with 1 out. Kessinger at the plate. Here's Santorini. 1-6, and he lines it to short, caught by Arcia. 2 down. Santorini trying to get out of this with only 2 runs. Beckert is the batter, 0 for 2, reached on a force. 5-7, struck him out. So Santorini gets out of it. He gets his 3rd strikeout. 2 runs scored. I believe 1 was unearned due to the error. Banks with a 2-run home run. The Cubs leave the bases loaded after 4 innings. It's a 3-2 ball game. Well, Kenny Holtzman takes the mound. He'll pitch to the Padres here, top of the 5th. I'll take my break at 7th inning stretch, if you don't mind. 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, Holtzman. He's allowed 2 runs in 4 innings. Here's the pitch to Arcia. 2-6. Grounds it to short. That's 1 away. For Roberto Pena, 1 for 2. Beautiful, beautiful morning for Strat-O-Matic. 1969 baseball. Absolutely beautiful morning. Let all the world, all of the noise, all of the problems, they can wait. We're doing Strat-O-Matic right now. Pena is 1 for 2. It's 1 out, nobody on. Holtzman winds. The pitch to Pena for 8, and that is A ground ball to third. Santo has it and throws to Banks for the second out of the top of the fifth. Now Ollie Brown 1 for 2. And the pitch to Brown. That's 3-8. And a fly ball center field. Young makes the catch. It's 1-2-3 for Holtzman. We've gone halfway, unless we have extras or something. And it's 3-2 Cubs. Santorini takes the mound. He's allowed 3 runs in 4 innings. Ted Abernathy is warming in the bullpen for the Cubs. He's a right-hander. And so is Hank Aguirre, a lefty. And they're just loosening up. You know, if you don't pitch for a few days, it's a good idea to loosen up anyway. Here's Williams, if you're a reliever. The pitch from Santor. Oh, that's a re-roll. You can see that. Here's the pitch to Williams. 5-3. Grounds it to first. Colbert. He's a 2. 19-2. That's a re-roll. 6-2. And he steps on the bag for the first out. So Williams 0 for 3 today. Here's Santo. He's 0 for 2, but he reached on an error and scored. Reached on a 2-base error and scored on Banks' home run. Ernie on deck. Here's the pitch to Santo. 5-8. And he hits it deep to left center, and that drops in. It's going to be extra bases. It's a triple by Santo. Whoa, did he hit that long? He hit that long and far. A triple by Ron Santo. He had 4. And those have to be long hits because he doesn't have too much speed. So Santo on third with Banks at the plate. Banks 1 for 2. Boy, I'm enjoying this ball game, Kathy Harden. It really does help me relax. Here's the pitch to Banks. 110. And that's hit well. That's a base hit for Banks. Santo trots home. 4-2 Cubs. Third run batted in for Ernie. Here's Willie Smith now. Banks on first, 1 down. 3-6. And that's hit deep by Smith. It's gone. Smith with his second home run of the ball game. Oh yeah, 2-run blast by Smith. That was his 8th and 9th home runs of the season. Lord, Willie Smith. Smith with 2 home runs today. And 9 for the season for Willie Smith. And that's it for Al Santorini. Santorini is coming out. Rehberger will come in. 3 runs in this inning. Santorini pitched 4 1/3 innings. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. He walked 1, struck out 3, and he has allowed, we can close him out, 3, 4, 5 earned. 6 in total. And here comes Frank Rehberger. Interesting name, you know, you get the play on it. Frank Rehberger. So Rehberger takes his warm-ups. Try to get a couple outs here. And Randy Hundley is the batter. He's ready. It's 6-2 Cubs. Bottom of the 5th. The hometown crowd's loving this ball game. After that tough loss yesterday, when Hands went all the way but lost to the Padres 1-0 on Kirby's shutout. That was a tough loss. Okay, Rehberger is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Hundley. That's a 2-8. Grounds back to Rehberger, throws him out, 2 away now. And it's Don Young. 2 home runs by Willie Smith. No wonder they keep him in the lineup, Leo DeRocher. Otherwise, you know, I'd like to use Hickman. You know, Hickman, he likes to use Smith, the left-handed hitter. Hickman has 15 home runs. Okay. Lord. Okay, here's the pitch from Rehberger to Young. That's 3-7, and he struck him out. So the side is retired. 3 runs, a triple by Santo, singled home by Banks, and then Smith with a 2-run home run. After 5, it's 6-2 Cubs over the Padres. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, 1969 replay coming at you. This will go on for about 11 more months, maybe 12, including playoffs and World Series. Great pennant, couple good pennant races. The biggest pennant race right now is in the National League West, where the Braves hold a 2.5-game lead over the Giants. But the Cubs have a chance to come within 6.5 today. They're 7 out. Pirates play later. It's going to be Nate Colbert leading it off. Colbert 0 for 2, reached on an error. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. This is where they'd like to see Holtzman settle down. Flies to left. And Smith makes the catch. That's 1 away. Here's Al Ferrara, 2 walks, intentionally walked in the first to set up the double play, which it did. And then he walked and scored in the 4th. Holtzman winds and the pitch to Ferrara. 3-6, fly ball center. Don Young is there, 2 away. And Ivan Morel. Ivan 1 for 2. Here's the pitch to Morel. 6-7. Grounds it to second X. That's for Beckert. 17-2. He makes the play and the side is out. It's another 1-2-3 for Holtzman. He's retired 7 in order. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 Cubs. Okay, Rehberger retired the 2 batters he faced in relief of Santorini in the 5th. Ken Holtzman is the batter. He gets a hand. Nice hand for Holtzman. by this hometown crowd. Rehberger's ready. Here's the pitch to Holtzman. 4-4. That's a fly ball center. Morel has it, 1 down. Kessinger now, 1 for 3. Switch hitter, bats left against Rehberger. Here's the pitch. 6-5. Swung on and hit deep. And that's a double by Kessinger. Stand up. Kessinger with a stand-up double with 1 out. It was a 6-5. It's got W power anyway. It's better that it's a 14. Otherwise, it would have been a single. Here's Beckert now, 0 for 3. Kessinger on first with 1 out. Rehberger from the stretch. Pitch to Beckert, 5-6. And he grounds it to short, 2 away. Kessinger holds. Now Billy Williams 0 for 3. Santo on deck. For 5. Grounds it to second and the side is retired. So Rehberger, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're headed to the top of the 7th. We'll take a break for 3 to 5 after this for the 7th inning stretch. Holtzman has retired 8 in order. No one is throwing now in the bullpen. Hank Aguirre and Abernathy were warming, but they're both sitting down. Cannizzaro comes to the plate, struck out and walked. Holtzman winds. The pitch to Cannizzaro, 5-8, and that is a base hit for Cannizzaro to lead it off. Chris Cannizzaro on first, John Sippen the batter. I trust there'll be a hitter for Rehberger. And Sisk is warming in the bullpen. Tommy Sisk. Here's the pitch to Sippen. 3-2, and it's hit deep by Sippen. Back to the wall goes Smith. He makes the catch at the warning track. Oh my, and he ran a long way to catch that one. Deep fly ball by Sippen. And there's one away. Cannizzaro holds. He also threw it back so quickly. Cannizzaro doesn't really have much speed. There's going to be a hitter for Rehberger now. Rehberger pitched 1 2/3. He allowed 1 hit, struck out 1, no runs. No runs, right? We had an unearned run there. Sisk is ready to come in. Let's see who's going to hit now with Cannizzaro on first and 1 down. Tommy Sisk, a right-hander, both a starter and reliever with no emphasis. Going to be Cito Gaston. He has been hurt of late. That's why we haven't seen him in the lineup, but we're going to be seeing him this in August, September, as he's on the mend, well enough to pinch hit. So Gaston steps in. Holtzman is ready now. He's a right-handed hitter, Gaston. Holtzman from the stretch gets the sign from Hundley. Here's the pitch. 6-10. Grounds it to third for the force. So it's 2 outs. Gaston is on first. And Gaston has good speed. And it's the top of the order. Jose Arcia walked and scored, grounded out twice. It's 2 outs. Gaston on first, top of the 7th. 4-10. And that's a ground ball to short. Kessinger. Over to Ernie, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're in the 7th inning stretch here. And the score remains Chicago Cubs 6, San Diego Padres 2. I'm enjoying the ball game, folks. Tommy Sisk will warm up. And face the Santo Banks and Smith with 2 home runs. Smith, his 8th and 9th of the year. And Banks he'll face. Who hit his 21st of the year today. I'm going to take a 3-5. Walk outside. Breathe some fresh air. And when we come back, we'll continue this ball game. Absolutely. Absolutely we will. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and we'll be back in just 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you. Well, we're back at Wrigley Field here. So glad to have you all. We have a new pitcher for the Padres. He's the third pitcher, Tommy Sisk, a right-hander. And he has the pleasure of facing Santo, Banks, and Smith. Santo has tripled, Banks hit a home run, and Smith has hit 2 home runs. Cubs lead 6-2. And I'm going to refresh my coffee, and we're going to see if we can finish this ball game. Please don't miss our 5 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time game. 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Washington Senators with that duo of power hitters, Howard and Epstein, versus the California Angels. Angels in third, well behind the second place A's. Senators sneaking up on the second place Tigers. Okay, here's Santo, the captain, leading it off. Bottom of the 7th, 6-2 Cubs. The new pitcher, Tommy Sisk, a right-hander. Here's the windup and the pitch to Santo. 3-8. Walked him. So Santo is on. And Ernie Banks gets a big hand. 2 for 3 today, 2-run home run, a single, 3 runs batted in. The pitch to Banks. 2-6, struck him out. 1 down. And here's Willie Smith, 3 for 3 today. Big hand for Willie. 2 home runs. He has 3 runs batted in. Banks knocked in 3. Smith has knocked in 3. Oh, that's hit deep by Smith. Oh, and it's hooking foul. Oh, Smith almost with his 3rd home run of the ball game. Oh my. Oh. Okay, here's the pitch from Sisk. Oh, 2-7. He flies it to center. That's playable by Morel. And there's 2 away. Santo holds on first. And Randy Hundley is the batter. Lots of excitement here in Chicago. The fans, the team, DeRocher, they all believe they're in this. 7 games behind the first place Bucks. Here's Hundley now. And the pitch, 5-6. And that is a base hit by Hundley. Past the reach of Sippin at second. A 5-6 single. So it's first and second with 2 outs. And Don Young, 1 for 2 with a walk. Clutch situation. The pitch to Young. 4-11. And it's hit deep by Young. Oh my, way back, it's gone. Over the left field wall. Don Young has hit a 3-run home run. Oh my, 4-11. Saved some runs for the next game, Cubbies. A 4-11 home run. He's got the power. A 3-run home run, Kathy Harden, for Don Young. So lots of big home runs in this ball game. Lord. And it's 9-2, and look at that. Banks, Smith, and Young each with 3 runs batted in. And Kenny Holtzman gets a hand. Oh, you didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. He ripped the cover off the ball. Four home runs by the Cubs today. Smith with 2 of them. Here's the pitch to Holtzman. 4-12, right-hander, fly ball left side, retired. But 3 more runs on a 3-run home run by Don Young. And it's 9-2 Cubs after 7. And Kenny Holtzman needs to just stay calm, stay focused, pitch his game. It'll be Pena, 1 for 3 to lead it off, top of the 8th. Padres trail by 7. And the pitch, 6-12. Grounded back to Holtzman. He's a 4, 19-4. And he throws him out. 1 down. Now Ollie Brown, 1 for 3. Holtzman has settled down, largely settled down here since allowing 2 runs. Pitch to Brown, 3-7, walked him. So he loses Ollie Brown on a base on balls, and Nate Colbert is the batter. Here's the pitch to Colbert. That's 1-5, and he struck him out. That is the 4th strikeout for Kenny Holtzman. 2 down with Brown on first. And Al Ferrara walked twice, flew to center. Here's the pitch. 1-5, and he struck him out. That's the 5th for Holtzman. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left, middle of the 8th. 9-2 Cubs. Digging this ball game though. Kessinger will lead it off, 2 for 4, singled and doubled. Switch hitter batting left against Tommy Sisk, who's allowed 3 runs in 1 inning of relief. On the 3-run home run by Young. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. That's 5-10. Walked him. Here's action in the Padres bullpen. They're going to look for the worst relief pitcher they can find who gets hardly any work, because this would be the time to bring him in. It doesn't really matter, but Dave Roberts, a left-hander, is warming if we want to take Sisk out of his misery. Here's Beckert. 1-12. Pops it up just to the side of third base. And in foul territory, Pena makes the catch. There's 1 away. Okay, Billy Williams 0 for 4 today. Oh my, I made a 112 right-hander. That's a ground ball to short for a double play. I'm so sorry. I made a boner there. I would have picked it up. So it's 2 outs, nobody on. We aim for low errors. Not no errors, I'm human, but we corrected that one. It would have happened, I would have corrected it anyway. 112, ground ball to short, double play. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Williams now, 0 for 4. Sisk winds and the pitch to Williams. 4-11, and there's a base hit up the middle for Williams, so he's 1 for 5. At least Williams gets a base hit. Now the captain, Ron Santo, Williams on first, 2 down. If you're looking ahead to the top of the ninth, it'll be Morel, Cannizzaro, and Sippen to face Holtzman for the complete game win. Here's the pitch to Santo. 4-6, grounds it to third, side retired. We move to the top of the ninth, 9-2 Cubs. And Kenny Holtzman trying to finish it up. No one is warming in the bullpen. Ivan Morel leads it off. Okay, Holtzman is ready. Here's the pitch to Morel. 6-8. And that is a base hit up the middle for Ivan. His second single of the game. Here's Cannizzaro. From the stretch, Holtzman. 2-3. Grounds it to first, and Morel will advance to second on that. So it's 1 out, Morel on second, and John Sippen the batter. There'll be a pinch hitter for Sisk. And the pitch, 1-3. Grounds it to second, and Morel goes to third. That's fine. And now there's going to be a hitter with 2 outs and Morel on third. Jerry Morales, a rare start, opportunity to hit, 41 at bats. A right-handed hitter. So Morales steps into the batter's box. He's the last hope for these Padres. Holtzman from the stretch with Morel on third, 2 down. He gets the sign from Hundley and the pitch to Morales. 6-7. Grounds it to second. This could end the ball game. Beckert, he's a 2-1-2. Oh, it goes through for a base hit. And Morel scores. So it's a 9-3 ball game. And one more hit or walk. Kenny has reached fatigue. And here's Jose Arcia. Now there's action in the bullpen for the Cubs. Arcia 0 for 3, walked and scored way back in the first. Here's Holtzman now. The pitch to Arcia. 2-5. Grounds it to second. Beckert over to Ernie, and the ball game is over. And Ernie Banks congratulating Ken Holtzman along with Santo and the rest of the infield. Hundley, 1 run was scored. The final score, Chicago Cubs 9, San Diego Padres 3. The win goes to Holtzman. He went all the way, pitched 9 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. He walked 5, one of them was intentional. He struck out 5, and he allowed 3 runs. The loss goes to Santorini. Sisk came in, pitched 2. He allowed 3 runs on a 3-run home run. The final line, Cubs 9 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. Padres 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Good game, Gigi. And if Mr. Perota, if you're not here, my candidate for star of the game is Ken Holtzman. Oh, Mr. Perota overrules. It's Smith and Holtzman. Smith for the go-ahead. Well, it was a not go-ahead, but he gives it to Holtzman and Smith, co-MVPs. He is our official scorer. He also determines the star, or in this case, stars of the ball game. And in this case, he has overruled my nomination. And that's why he does what he does. And I enjoyed the ball game. Cubs now 6.5 behind the amazing Pirates. Pirates play later on this date. I think the Cubs are in this race. Don't forget, 5 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. Washington Senators at the California Angels. It's going to be Moore for the Senators, Murphy for the Angels, and just looking ahead, Howard and Epstein will be in the lineup. You know, Ted Williams tends to use Brant Aaliyah against left-handed hitting, and we leave that to Ted Williams. Stay strong, everybody. Have a good day. And Kathy Harden, as always, thank you. Kathy Harden and Mr. Perota, Gigi, and everybody else here. Stay strong. I'll catch you all later.